Hello everyone, myself is Neha Shah from LG Institute of Engineering and Technology from the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. Today I will explain you two topics about the dispersion and kurtosis from the subject of probability and statistics. The first topic is dispersion. Now what is dispersion? It is the extent to which a distribution is stretched or squeezed. Now what is the meaning of this dispersion and what is the basic requirement of this dispersion? Suppose if I am saying that any data is given to you like, now suppose if the data is given to you like that -5, 0 and 5. Now from this data, if you are given that find the mean value of this, now what is the mean value of this? Mean value, you are finding the value of mean as summation of x divided by total number of samples. This one is x, right? So if we are finding the number of samples n, the number of samples are 3, 1, 2 and 3. And if we are adding all this x, so after adding the input x, it will gives you -5 plus 0 plus 5. So if we are finding the mean value, then -5 plus 5 equals to 0 divided by 3 means 0. So the mean value equals to 0. Similarly, if I am taking x equals to -50, 0 and 50, then also if we are finding the mean value, then it will gives you the term as summation x upon n. Now if we will putting these two values, so -50 plus 0 plus 50 divided by 3, and after finding this, it will gives you the answer equals to 0. So if we are saying that if we are taking -5 to 5 or if we are taking -50 to 50, the mean value will be same. So if I am drawing the graph for this, if I am taking this one as -5 and this one is 5, so the graph will be like this, and average value means mean value on this 0. Similarly, if I am taking -50 to 50 and drawing the graph, then the graph will be like this, -50 to 50. So this one is 50 and this value is -50. So -50 to 50, average value will remain same, means mean value will remain as it is. But you can see from the distribution that -5 to 5 means the distribution is narrower, and if we are taking -50 to 50, then the distribution will be wide. So we can't find how much distribution is stretched. So if you want to find out how much this distribution is stretched, so it will be defined by using dispersion. So dispersion is basically used to find how much the distribution is stretched or squeezed. So if I am drawing the graph for this, as I explained you that if first graph is of smaller or narrower band and the second graph is of wider band, the mean value will remain same, but the distribution will be stretched or it will be in the compressed form. So it will be found by using the dispersion. Now if you want to find out dispersion, there are various methods to measure the dispersion. The first method is by using variance, the second method is by finding the standard deviation, and the third method is interquartile range. Now the next topic is variance and standard deviation. If you want to find out variance, you already know about what is variance and what is standard deviation and what is the basic relationship between this variance and standard deviation. The basic relationship between variance and standard deviation is, if we are taking square under root of variance, then it will give you the answer as a standard deviation. So square root of the variance will give you the standard deviation, and if we squaring the value of standard deviation, then it will give you the variance. So starting from the equation of standard deviation, if I am writing the value of standard deviation, the value of standard deviation is representing by sigma, and the value of sigma equals to under root of summation of x minus x bar whole square divided by n. Over here the value x bar representing the mean value. or this value is also representing like this, sigma equals to under root of, if we are separating this term, it will representing like this, summation x square upon n minus summation x upon n whole square. Or this can be also representing by sigma equals to under root of summation f x minus x bar whole square upon n. So if we will multiplying by number of frequency, then the number of samples will be total number of samples capital N. So if we are taking in this form, so this term will convert like this, sigma equals to under root of sigma fx square upon n minus sigma fx upon n whole square. So by using this all the type of equation, we can find out the value of standard deviation sigma. And if we are finding the value of sigma square, then we can find out the value of variance of it. This can be well defined by using some examples. So the first example is calculate the standard deviation of the weights of the 10 persons. It means weight of these 10 persons are given to you. This one is person number 1, 2, 3, 4 likewise. And for 10 persons weight is given to you. You have to find out standard deviation. The equation of standard deviation is sigma equals to under root of sigma x square upon n minus sigma x upon n whole square, right? So for this, first of all we have to find out value of sigma x square and value of sigma x and value of n. Now what is the value of n? Over here you had given the 10 persons, so number of samples are 10 persons, means n equals to 10. Now if we are considering this as input x, so if we are adding all this term, it will give you the answer of summation x. What is summation x? 45 plus 49 plus 55. Summation x equals to 45 plus 49 plus 55 plus 50 plus 41 plus 44 plus 60 plus 58 plus 53 plus 55. If I am finding all this value, it will give us answer of 510. So sigma x is finded by using this equation. Now we want to find the value of sigma x square. Now what is the meaning of this? Sigma x square means, first of all we will taking square of this, square of this, square of this, and after that we will add all the squares, then its answer is 26366. Now if we will putting all this value sigma x square, sigma x and n in this equation, so the term will becomes like this, under root of sigma x square means 26366 divided by n equals to 10 minus sigma x means 510 divided by n equals to 10. So this term whole square. If we are finding this value, its answer equals to 5.967. So from this we can say that the deviation is of 5.9. So it will be found by using this standard deviation. So this much it will deviate from its mean value. Now the next example is calculate the standard deviation of the following data. The data is given to you like this, x and f value are given to you, and there are so many values of x and frequency occurring for that particular data x is given to you in this tabular form. Now you have to find out the standard deviation in this tabulator form, from this tabulation form. So it will be fine. First of all, we will write this in the column form. So I will write x like 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18. Similarly, I will write f value of f equals to 2, 7, 10, 12, 15, 11, 10, 6 and 3. Now what is the equation of standard deviation? First of all, I will write the equation of standard deviation so that you can define which terms are required. So the equation of standard deviation equals to sigma equals to under root of summation f x minus x bar whole square upon capital N. It means we have to find out value of x bar and summation f and value of capital N. Now how will finding all these values? It will be find by using this term will be also written like this. This will be under root of summation x minus x bar whole square upon N. N means number of samples. So to find out this, first of all we will finding the value of summation of all these terms. So I will start from this. If I will add all this value, then it will give us answer of summation of f. What is the value of summation f? 2 plus 7 plus 10 plus 12 plus 15 plus 11 plus 10 plus 6 plus 3. So it will give you the answer equals to 76. Now we want to find out the value of x minus x bar whole square, right? So x minus x bar whole square, to find out this value you can see from this x minus x bar whole square, right? So for that, first of all we want to find out the value of x bar. The value of x bar will be found by using x bar means mean value, right? So I will write like this: mean equals to x bar equals to summation f into x divided by capital N. Now what is the value of this? Summation f into x means if we will multiplying all the values of x into f means 10 into 2, 11 into 7, and after that adding all this term divide by capital N. The value of capital N equals to 76. Already we had find in the term of summation f, and this value is 1064. So answer of this equals to 14. Now we want to find out value of x minus x bar. The value of x bar is fixed, its value equals to 14, right? So I will find for each and every value of x, I will find x minus x bar whole square. So 10 minus 14 equals to minus 4. So first of all we will finding x minus x bar. So if I am finding x minus x bar, its value is 10 minus 14 means minus 4, 11 minus 14 means minus 3, this one is minus 2, minus 1, likewise 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now we want to find out this value. Square of this means minus 4 square 16 plus 9, 4, 11, 1, 0, 1, 2 square equals to 4, 3 square equals to 9 and 4 square equals to 16. Now next term you want to find out is f into x minus x bar whole square. So if we want to find out f into x minus x bar whole square, so just we have to multiply this f term with x minus x bar whole square. So 16 into 2, 32. Likewise we will finding all the other values. So the answers will be like this. You can verify these answers by using calculation of this all the terms. Now if I am adding all this value, it will give us answer of summation of f into x minus x bar whole square, and answer of this all the addition will equals to 300. Now these values will be put in the equation of standard deviation over here. So if we will putting the value over here, then the value will be like this: under root of 300 divided by the value of n equals to 76. So 76. So from this, if we will taking under root of this value, then its answer equals to 1.987. So this is your final answer of standard deviation. So this way you can find out standard deviation. Standard deviation means it is general term which will define how much the value will be vary from the from its mean value. So it will be defining the deviation or change from its mean value. Now the next topic is kurtosis. Now what is the meaning of kurtosis? It is a statistical measure that defines how heavily the tails of a distribution differ from the tails of a normal distribution. Now what is the meaning of this? It can be well defined by using some graph. Suppose if I am taking this one as normal graph, green one is normal graph. If I am taking this graph, it will be more narrower, and if we will taking this graph, it is more wider. Because of widening, its amplitude will reduce, and if we will finding the tails of it, tails will be differ from its normal value. So from this tails from the normal distribution, how it will be deviate, it will be defining by using the kurtosis, and it will be used for this. From this we can say that if we will taking the normal value, from that the kurtosis will be, tail will be more narrower. So because of that, it will considering that positive kurtosis. You can see from this graph, this one is normal distribution. From this normal distribution, if you will deviate from narrower, I can draw this graph like this. If I am taking this one is narrower band, and from it, if it will becomes more narrower, then this difference will gives you the kurtosis, means it will defining this tail will deviate from its normal distribution. So this will consider as, if it will becomes more narrower, then this will be considered as positive kurtosis, and if it will becomes this wider, then it will consider as negative kurtosis. Now the next point is general form of kurtosis. Now how the kurtosis will be defined in the general form? There are various kinds of kurtosis. So kurtosis can be defined in general form like this: leptokurtic, it means thin, means this will be considered as normal. It is considered as mesokurtic, and if we will considering as thin one, then it will consider as leptokurtic, and if it will be wider, then it will consider as platic kurtic. Now if we will considering that how kurtosis will be considered, so it measures the degree of thickness of the distribution. So from this thickness we can find the degree of variation in the distribution of this kurtosis. Now if we will writing the equation of kurtosis, it will be defining like this: kurtosis will be defined by beta 2 equals to mu 4 upon mu 2 square, or this will be also written like this: mu 4 upon sigma raised to 4. Now what is sigma? Sigma means its standard deviation. So from this two equations, any one of this equation, from that we can find out the value of kurtosis. So in the next session you will learn about the various examples based on this kurtosis, and the next topic is skewness. So I will explain in the next session. First of all, I will explain the skewness, and then I will explain about the various examples of skewness and kurtosis. Thank you.